I think one of your major questions to me in talking with you before the show is that why is Christianity so involved with the Jews returning to their promised land?
Yeah.
Um, it is a pivotal point. It is a huge point because right before the Battle of Armageddon takes place, there's going to be the 7 year period, 3.5 years and 3.5 years, where there's going to be a figure that stands up and brings peace on earth. This one world order and this one world religion is going to bring peace on the earth for 3.5 years. This is very important. It doesn't matter who you are or what walk of life you come from. When you see a man stand up, a political figure stand up and bring peace, create this one world order, the United States will be outside of it. And you see this figure. I'm using my political pose with my hands because I want you to know that it's going to be a political figure that
Okay.
brings this 3.5 years of peace. Now, if
Interesting.
prophecy is true and the end of the age is true, this man will stand up and say, I'm going to bring peace, and everybody's going to love him for 3.5 years. After that 3.5 year point, is when he's going to turn on all of God's people, everyone who's believed in him, and bring turmoil into the world. But this event at the Temple Mount is going to be huge, okay? And I'm not trying to point out another political figure, but I can't think of any other word on how huge this is going to be. They are going to rebuild the third temple on the site where the Temple Mount is. So the Rock of the Dome, we've got the mosque, okay, that we there, that you know that area of the world, the Temple Mount, okay, right next to it or really close by, there's going to be a third temple built. Well, Vinny, this is crazy. Okay, well, call me crazy, but there is an institute in Israel, okay? There is a historical temple, I guess you could say museum that is there right in Jerusalem that has prepared already all of the utensils, all of the tables, all of the items that go in the temple. They have blueprints that are printed. They have builders ready to go on cue that as soon as they get the okay, boom, they're going to start building this thing. You're going to see this thing go up. They are showing it and displaying it in a museum for people to come in and look and see how nice it is. But behind the scenes, they are actually preparing to go to work. When that man and that figure stands up and says, I'm going to bring peace. Let's bring the Jewish people back to the Temple Mount. Let's allow them to build their temple. Let's allow them to offer animal sacrifices once again to their God for 3.5 years. Audience, people of Kim Show, when you see the structure of a temple go up on the Temple Mount, do whatever you got to do. And I'll use this example because of who I am, to have your come to Jesus moment. Because if the Bible is true, if this one thing is true, to me, it's got to all be true.
Yeah. Okay. So, and you're saying that this figure would not be an American, that this would be the kind of the New World Order person who says, we're now
We
bringing peace and
we don't believe so. Most scholars do. I don't. I think it's going to take a little bit more than an American to do that. I don't mean that in a negative way, but it's going to have to be an amazing person.
okay, so this person is going to have a lot of clearly a lot of respect from a lot of groups of people around the world if they're going to be bringing peace for 3.5 years, and peace to the point where the Jews will be able to build a temple at what is now known as its Temple Mount by the Jews, or Al Aqsa Mosque by the Muslims, which is a
Correct?
highly, highly contentious. I mean, this is one of the hottest
Highly,
contention spots in the
highly.
entire conflict between the Palestinians and the Israelis, because there's a mosque there now, and you're saying that there would be and to the world of Islam, the mosque is the entire. It's not just the building. When people think of the mosque, they think of the
No,
building with the golden dome. To Islam, the mosque is the
correct.
entire spot, the whole area. And so putting a temple on that as well, Solomon's third temple, I believe, is what it would need to be, right? King Solomon's third temple. Is that right?
Correct.
Yeah. So
Correct. Well, it would be, yeah. Mhm.
so that temple going there at the same time. This would have to take somebody who could somehow bring peace in order to get that to
That's
happen.
why
I mean, that
that's
would
why
be a
it's so huge.
miracle. That would be a miracle.
You're and that's exactly what prophecy is. It is a miracle. You're talking about things that were written thousands of years ago. When they
Yeah.
unfold in front of our faces, it has to be an absolute miracle.
That would have to be an absolute miracle for that event to happen, for a temple to be built in that
Mhm,
spot that is highly contentious, which I would
mhm.
imagine would maybe coexist side by side with what people view as the mosque, which is the gold dome building. Field of Greens. You guys know that I love this stuff. It is a fine powder made from dehydrated whole fruits and vegetables that are carefully selected to give you the most nutrients in your diet possible. You just take a scoop of this powder, you mix it into your ice water or your iced tea, and it actually tastes really delicious. And it's the best way to get all of your fruits and vegetables into your diet easily. I personally really like the lemon lime flavor, but they also have a mixed berry. They have an energy version that'll give you a little boost for your day or your workout. They also have a natural flavor, which I find tastes really good in a chocolate shake. It kind of gives it a berry flavor. So there's a lot of ways you can use this powder. You can mix it into your soups. You can bake it into brownies. I mean, I'm sure there's a bunch of ways you could get all of your fruits and veggies into your diet. But this is a way to do it, and it's so easy, and it is really, truly effective. I notice a difference when I use it. Head to fieldofgreens.com, use the promo code Kim, and get 15% off your order. Again, that is fieldofgreens.com, promo code Kim to get 15% off your first order.